Do you want to learn how to do your makeup yourself? Are you tired of paying the girlies a little 1, 2, 3, 4 just when you want to put on a little 1, 2, 3, 4? Then stay right here because we about to get into it. I'm about to help you get your makeup and let's get it together. We gonna learn to do our makeup like a pro. Okay. Okay. Some of this is gonna be beginner friendly. Most of it's gonna be beginner friendly. The only thing that's really not beginner friendly is the brows. Okay. And it's gonna be catered to my oily skin girls. But if you have dry skin, just get products that suits for dry skin. But everything else really basically applies the same way. Get you a primer. It don't have to be this. Get you a primer and put it on your face first before you do anything else. Before you start them brows, get your primer on and pat it. You can do little swipes, but you don't really want to rub primer. It's best, honestly, to pat the primer, so pat the primer. This is what I use for my brows. It looks like this. This is why I say this is kind of the only part that's not beginner friendly. If you have a pencil, just use a pencil. I'm more of a natural brow girl, and I like to use this. If you want to try to use this, go ahead. You can get it at Ulta. It is the NYX Lift and Snatch, and I just create little hair like strokes. But listen here, if you got a pencil, just fill in lightly, very lightly with your pencil, the same like I'm doing here. You can do the same thing with a pencil, or you can just draw it just how you want your eyebrows, because you can honestly make them look however you want. You can make them look thinner, you can make them look thicker, whatever you prefer. Just go ahead and do that. Or if it may be easier, beginner friendly, I just suggest taking you a brown eyeshadow and just lightly patting it in on your eyebrows and then clean it up with concealer. That's the best beginner friendly tip that I can give instead of trying to go in with a pencil and all that. Use eyeshadow. Now get you a brush and get your concealer. Get a concealer for underneath the brows that's like a little bit lighter than here or on your chest. Get that shade and you want to clean that up under your brows. This is most likely going to be the same concealer that you conceal with. I actually got the wrong one, but we already put it on, so we just gonna use it. This is my yellow one, so this is the one that I usually put on top. You can still conceal with this. We're using two concealers. Go with the darker one, but like I said, I just grabbed the wrong one, but we still gonna use it. And you just clean up. If this is the time where if you want to make your arch, you make your arch. You want to make it thinner, you make it thinner. And you spread it out like this. Right? We ain't going to spend too much time on the brows because usually the girls know how to do that. Do that on both sides. Blend it out. Get your foundation shade. Put it on the top. Blend it out. Do that. We going to be back with the face because that's what the girls really be needing to know how to do. And this is what we look like. And then we gonna blend it out. Okay. Remember, this is catered to, my skin. This is how I do my makeup, okay? We gonna take two foundations. You're gonna take a darker one and a lighter one. I use two because the outer portion of my face is darker than the inside. If your skin not like that, take the darker shade. And we're gonna put the darker one on the outside and the lighter one on the inside. And this is what I mean by dark on the outside, light on the inside. They're very similar in color. They ain't supposed to be different. Spray your brush, spray your face, and you're going to blend from the outside in. So blend out the perimeter, blend out your dark shade first. You see how that just blend into the skin? And then we going to go in and blend out the inner. Child. My other light done fell. But I don't know why I still got this lip gloss on. But yeah, then once you blend out the outer, like I said, we gonna blend out the inner and get ready for putting our concealer on. I know you was probably scared with them two colors, but look, it blends seamlessly. Now we're going with our concealer. I use two concealers. I use a more yellow tone and more just like a lighter tone. Well, a darker but lighter than my skin tone, of course. Oh, this one is too light. Totally got the wrong one. This is the one I wanted. The chestnut, and we have a deep olive. Deep chestnut and deep olive. I'm running out of this one. But you wanna, I go just like eight. However you put your concealer on, put it on. You don't have to go in this shape. You don't have to put this much. If you want to put more, put more. But we're going to start off with this first. I take a beauty blender, make sure it's wet and damp. I'm about to wet mine, and we're going to blend this out. I blend out my chin first, then I'll go to my nose, my forehead, and then I will go ahead and do my cheeks. And it's going to be the same when we use the lighter concealer, so just blend out the darker one first, and then we'll be back to blend out the lighter shade. Now you're going to take the lighter shade, put it in the same places. We just not going to put as much, as literally just a tad. And this is just to give some brightness and me some more yellow tone to my face, and you're going to blend this out exactly the same. And you know, people really sometimes just be having trouble with their makeup because they may not know that the shades they do. Just listen, child. Go in the store and try the samples on, or don't be afraid to ask one of the workers to help shade match you. Now, if they don't know how to shade match your girl, I'm sorry. If they don't know how to shade match you, you could just let them act like they know what they're doing. But when they're done, you might just be on your own, sis. But just match on your face. Match here on your cheek. Blend it out and see what's the vibes. Don't be matching to your chest and all that, or the back of your hand. That's your concealer shade. Use that for your concealer, but your face shade, do it on your face. Don't listen to nobody else say it. Do it on your face for your concealer. And if you do have two different tones in your face, use the inside of your face for your concealer. If you're scared to go too light, and the outside for your foundation. Otherwise, go to your chest or right here for your concealer. Okay, I'm telling you. Now it's time to bake and set before we bronze. I use a yellow tone to set, a lighter powder to bake. Get you a powder puff. I prefer powder puff, but if you just got your beauty blender, get that. We're going to start with the yellow toned first. So you want to dip it in your powder, blow off the excess, and we're literally setting. So you want to press this powder in. You don't want to leave it sitting on top. You literally just press it in the skin just like that, and you see how it smoothed it out. That's what you're going to do. This is just setting the makeup in place, and you want to do that all the places that we put that concealer. This part is optional if you have it. If you have a face powder shade, get it. If you don't, that's what the translucent one is for. But for the people that do, you just want to take your foundation brush, not too much, and this is just where you can press in on the rest of the face to kind of, you know, set that before we go in with our baking. But like I said, it's optional. I rarely do that. I just use the translucent, but this is just to give the girls multiple options. Now you want to take your translucent powder, and this is going to be the lighter one, and this is where you bake. And if you like that brightness, this is what this powder is going to come in to do. If you don't like the brightness and you're not a bake person, you can honestly just skip this step. Or if you want to just bake with the skin tone powder, you can do that as well, but still apply it the same way. Press the powder in first, and then just go back in with that skin tone powder, and just let it sit over top so that when you bronze, and you give it that chance to bake. And then if you don't have the skin tone powder, just take the excess, don't dip back in anymore, and you just lightly pat around, especially for me where my blush go. Yeah, we running out of time, and I don't want to do y'all dirty. I didn't want to do a part 2, but we got to do a part 2. Go to my page so we could finish the rest of the face, get into the bronze and what it. Alright, y'all, we back here with part 2 to show you how to do your makeup like a pro. If you are tired of paying the girls a little 1, 2, 3, 4 when you're just trying to do a little 1, 2, 3, 4 on the face, okay? So if you didn't see part 1, just go watch part 1. So now we're here part 2 with the bronze. So now, I don't contour. I just bronzed. I love me some bronzer. I became a bronze girl. Get your bronzer. Bronzers are usually like really warm toned. Yeah, I prefer angle brush because it just fits the curvature of the face. And you want to go in and bronze. And I go in the same places that I would like contour. If you contour, just do these same steps, whether it's liquid or a powder. Me personally, I just don't like contour anymore, and I just bronze. But I use it basically how I would a contour. I just prefer a bronze, and I go on my cheek. I go on my forehead, and like I said, this angle brush just fits the face for me perfectly, and I squeeze there on the side. Y'all. I love me some bronze, okay? I don't think I will ever go back to contour. Like, I honestly just don't think I ever will. But I go here on the face. I go here on the outside, right here to make that shape on the chin, and we gonna get to the nose as well. So we go here, around, and here. Yeah, and we'll be back. Now before I go into bronze my nose, I'm going to take a brush and dust that excess powder off because it has got its time to do its thing and bake. And you don't want to swipe because, child, when you bake, honey, it really bake and it sucks up that extra moisture and the oil that could have been on the skin. So you don't want to swipe because it can make your makeup look cakey and flaky, and you just want to tap it in. Okay, you don't want to whoop de whoop de whoop because you gonna see all that whoop de whoop de whoop on your face, and my phone keep going out, and you gonna see it, and it's not gonna look cute. We want to give filter photo finish, and don't forget, if you know, most of it probably came off when you put the bronzer on, but again, just tap that face, and now let's get into contouring the nose. Well, bronzing the nose, same thing. I takes me a real skinny one like this in the same bronzer, and we're gonna go on the nose. I don't go all the way down my nose. Y'all see where I'm going and stopping. Now I'll definitely bring it up into the eye or the brow bone, but I don't go all the way down my nose, and you're gonna see why. So you want to do that on both sides. Now that we done it on both sides, you can see where I stop like halfway. For the bottom half, I just go like that, then I'll go under, and then same on the other side. What you do to one side, oh no, my other lights. Hold up, let me put the charger in. But yeah, what you do on one side, you want to do to the other, right? And then this is where we get the little cute button. You're going to go right on the top and just go across like that, and then just make sure everything's connected, and I blend there and I blend there, and now we have this cute little button. And then I just, of course, just go in and just lightly just fill in the eye so that it don't look crazy, so that, you know, it just blends in seamlessly. And now we have us a cute little button, and now let's get into my other favorite part, the blush. Now for blush, I'm using these two eyeshadow palettes because I love me an orange blush, and I usually mix this orange, this pink, and this yellow. I'll tap 3 in the orange, 2 in the pink, 1 in the yellow, and this is what the back of the brush look like. And then I'll go ahead on my cheeks. Cut it out now. And I'll start like up here like this. So you just do right kind of in the middle of where your bronzer and going in towards like your highlight, and then I'll go down once I get it on a, you know, and I'll get closer towards the nose, like on the cheek. But I like for most of my blush to give that lifting look, to be up there, and I'll bring the excess there, and I'm gonna do that on the other side. And do not be afraid to smile to put on your blush, because you need to know where the apple of your cheeks is. And then boom, and I'll take the excess and I'll go on my nose. And I'll go on my forehead like that. Some people put it on their chin a little bit if you want to, if you go ahead and do your thing. But it's definitely the nose and the chin. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this to give us a little bit more pink. A little bit of these two. Not too much of that because we don't want to look bruised. Just take one little tip, one little tip. Add us a little razzle dazzle. Add a little bit more just like fun and pink and brightness to the face, honey. And then I'm going to do that to the other side as well. Now, it depends on you if you want to set your face, then add highlight, whatever. It's up to you. Usually, I squeeze my brush like this for my nose. It's be a little bit hard when I have nails on, but it's possible. So, I squeeze it, and you know, of course, got to flip my hand, and you just want to make like a go sideways. Like I said, it's a little bit harder with my nails on to do it. And then you want to kind of go like vertically again, halfway. You don't want to bring it all the way down to give you that button. Like I said, it's hard with my nails to really get like a crisp vertical and horizontal line, but just do how you can do. But I love my nose highlights to be very prominent. I rarely highlight on my cheeks. Sometimes I do. Like I said, if you don't like highlight and stuff like that, you can skip this step. It's up to you. The steps like this you don't have to do. Some people don't like to wear blush, but I'm telling you, I highly recommend you wear some blush, because blush adds so much to your look, honey. I promise. If I didn't have nothing on my lips, I would put some on my Cupid's bow before I put my lips on, but the lips already on, so let's go ahead and spray the face and do lashes. Y'all need to see that. I used 2 sprays to this one and a matte one, and that's it, y'all. That's the end of the look. Do a light lash, no lash. I did a real light lash. I stacked some. Do your lips. Purr. And that's it. You're done. You know how to do your makeup. Stop being scared. Stop being discouraged. Keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. Now, I ain't gonna say practice if you got an event to go to. I ain't saying all that. Practice on your off day. And go get that makeup. And let's get into it. It's 2024. You should have learned this last year in 2023. But it's okay. Grace. It's 2024. Learn how to do your own makeup. And that's not to say like, you know, you have to stop going to the girls to get your makeup done. Because if you want to go to the girls to get your makeup done, get your makeup done. But who gonna spend a 1, 2, little 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every time you want to do your makeup? If you want to go out brunch with your girls or go to church, you shouldn't be struggling trying to find a makeup artist when you're the makeup artist. Okay, sis? Yeah. Do your makeup and stop playing. Because I just showed you how to do it. Just follow the steps, do the girder, and you get ease. Yeah.